Game Freak are the makers of Pokemon, everyone knows that. But Game Freak have made other games too, it's just that most of them stayed in Japan. One such game was BUSHI Seiryuuden Futari no Yusha, published by the good old Virtual Boy patron T&E Soft, who had stepped in after the intended publisher Enix had dropped out. This happened after Game Freak had bad luck with their sequel to Jerry Boy being cancelled due to Sony and Nintendo's relationship falling apart, but at least this one made it to stores. The game takes place in ancient times, and the prologue tells of two sibling gods, of the ocean and lands respectively. The male ocean god gets jealous of all the life and stuff on land and becomes evil, and the female land god gathers 4 warriors to battle him, but loses. You play as a descendant of one of these warriors, who on his 15th birthday comes of age, gets a sword, and then his sister gets kidnapped by a giant bird. But this bird also blows up your house. That jerk. The quest becomes to get your sister back, and also to destroy the tower that goes between Earth and the heavens, which has been corrupted by the evil god. You also meet a floating animal thing, who is actually a human girl transformed by evil magic. She asks you to give her a name, so I chose Midna. Bushi is a strategy action RPG, that's what I'd call it. You have your overworld where you walk around and cut down tufts of grass, but if you run into enemies, the game turns into a side-scrolling view. But it's not what it seems. Like the Fushigi no Dungeon or Mystery Dungeon games, the enemies move when you do, in turns, and you get an objective before every battle. Defeat all enemies within X amount of turns. If you do, you get Magatama, comma-shaped jewels. The turn quota makes each battle into a little test, which I found to be fun actually, and it's more varied than just running up to the enemies and whacking them. You can put up an energy shield that you can also shoot, you can press select to analyze enemies, and press B to charge a special attack that has wide range, but after using it you get tired, which leaves you open to attack. What you unfortunately can't do is jump, which is where your helper comes in. She can pick you up and carry you a few spaces, and once you find the red pond, she can also attack enemies and level up individually. She gets fully recovered after every battle, whereas you don't, but you can heal and save at these blue bell-looking things. Red crystals you find in the grass are your currency, and can be traded with villagers for potions and antidotes, etc. Once you level up a bit, some enemies die immediately on the map to save you time, and interestingly and kind of creepily, their carcasses remain on the ground after you defeated them. They re-awake if you leave the current area though, so maybe they're just knocked out. This game, being a late release, looks great. From the lush overworld with its vegetation blowing in the wind, to the detailed indoors where people have big sprites, and the battles look good too. The music isn't as impressive as the graphics. I noticed how simple the victory theme is, for instance. I like the battles being side-scrolling yet tactical. Like I said, each battle becomes like a little test. You can also press select and check each battle scenario that you've come across and how well you've done it, so you can aim for the record in each if you want. But the downside to all of this is that you need many of those Magatama stone, because they're used to destroy the evil tower. You actually need 800 of them to destroy the tower. 1300 if you want the best ending. And that means grinding. I also don't like how screwed you are if the helper dies, being that you can't jump by yourself. Well, Bushi Seiryuuden nevertheless offers an intriguing strategic battling experience, and looks damn good while doing it. It got a translation patch recently, so what are you waiting for?